Turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. EHOME's turn to pick. Fnatic's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit, I speak for the trees.
EHOME's turn to pick.
Welcome back, guys. We are here again in game number 2 in this best of 3 between EHOME and Fnatic. I'm Gareth in the JD Studios, ready as always to take you through the draft and the game. As a different one altogether. EHOME with the same bands as last time, Bounty and Chantress. But this time around, EHOME get their hands on the Invoker, while Fnatic, they're allowed to take the Earth Spirit there for DJ, as well as Ohio's Nature's Prophet. My co-caster Mopax to the draft a little bit more as well, as I welcome him in. How you doing? Ready for game number 2 in this best of 3?
Yeah. Of course. It's Dota. It's LAN, Dota, ESL, Manila. I'm waiting for this. It's the lead up to, of course, the Manila Major.
EHOME's turn to ban.
Teams getting prepped, ready, and they're all just still even qualifying for that Frankfurt, or the Frankfurt ESL as well, too. I think China's the only one left to actually finish that one out, so, you know, EHOME might have their eyes on that as well, but either way, here we go.
By finish, you mean start.
Remaining.
Yeah, that's alright. Thank you, Ace.
5
thanks,
seconds.
But Invoker, Chen, the Beastmaster in the pool will be the third
Reserve
hero that
time.
would typically be the dream here. So you can expect they'll be banned by Fnatic. I don't think that they would go for any sort of a weird little
turn
Beastmaster
to
pick
ban.
for themselves. But what about for Fnatic themselves? I mean, there's still the Vengeful Spirit, which can pair up very nicely with your prop and makes a pretty decent 5 roll. You got your Crystal Maiden, depending on who you want to throw in that mid lane. Start to think about who's going to be countering against the Chen. Are you going to be looking towards that Winter Wyvern as a 5th instead? The Gyrocopters with the 1. Zeus in the mid lane, all these kind of things start flying through your head, and all amongst that, you got to find yourself a little bit of a tempo, get yourself an objective, and EHOME have got to get a draft that is more versatile, more multifaceted than what we saw last time, unless they're going to play it to a complete nether T.
Well, that's the thing, you mentioned the Beastmaster, and it has been left in here so far by Fnatic for the Batrider ban just here. But surprised that EHOME aren't putting any focus on to mid one, because his hero pool, Puck, Invoker, and Zeus have been like the main 3 for like 80-90% of his games. He plays a bit of TA, does this bit of that, here and there, while Net is a similar kind of thing. Gyro, Spectre, Sven. Ban out the Spectre, Sven and Gyro are still available, and they pick up one or the other. Leaving mid one's hero for a little bit later on, keeping his options a little bit open for a surprise pick of some sorts, but got 3-4-3 yet to take up his. I think the main reason for this is they keep 3-4-3's hero now instead of going like rushing into the Lion. If they leave the Beastmaster through, 3-4-3 is spectacular on that Oracle.
5 seconds remaining.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Good point, of course. Yeah, the best support to force them completely out of the lane, and they already have the Gyrocopter to deal with the Chen creep themselves, so very nice. And Oracle himself even pairing up very nicely with that Gyrocopter. Kind of agreeing with you in terms of those bans to mid one, because you think about, we have the Chen, that means that we can put some pressure on the mid lane if we'd like. Maybe not as good as like a bounty hunter in terms of that like aggressive roam, but even just throwing a Satyr into the mid lane, it's going to be better if you're a stronger laner. Possibly the troll gank as well, all that kind of stuff. Like, you can definitely see a Zeus or something getting ganked up by a Chen. So kind of think of these pucks, Death Prophets, Queen of Pains, or whatever it would be for mid one. little bit surprising that they're just going to knock right out on the Witch Doctor. One of the best 5s, of course, working with the Nature's Prophet and everything. But I'm pretty surprised myself. They've got to be thinking about that Beastmaster Oracle interaction right now.
Fnatic's
Yeah,
turn
I think
to
that's
pick.
the way you look at this. I mean, you try and force Fnatic into a position now to pick the Oracle to like preempt it, and then you go back to like a Nyx Assassin or a Tidehunter or something along those lines. Fnatic, maybe they just go for the Zeus pick. Pick up the Zeus now. For that for mid one. And then your final pick, it can be Venge or Oracle. Like if EHOME ban out the Oracle, you've still got the fallback of the Vengeful
10
Spirit if you really want to go that way, because EHOME have their 2 supports already.
Vengeful spirit.
Vengeful Spirit right now.
EHOME's turn to
I
pick.
guess that's a safer option. Instead of showing your Zeus pick or whatever it is towards the mid, 3 Adept at the Vengeful Spirit as well as the Oracle. This does leave it a little more open to the Beastmaster pick, but it's the Faceless Void that's actually taken by EHOME.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
Venge has that swap once she hits level 6 to try and save people out of this. So, Lion and Void both comboing up with the Invoker to output tons of damage. This is one draft where we can definitely say EHOME has lockdown
10
and
seconds
has
remaining.
damage. They've got some wombo combos.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
it is interesting. They're definitely committing much more into the AoE this. So they're not satisfied with just a roar onto the gyrocopter, which is what you'd be expecting. Instead, they're going to try and go for a chrono onto 1 plus hopefully a couple more there. Try and set up for your Invoker. And this final ban here, what wouldn't you love to see paired up with this when it comes to that core? Of course, you already have the gyrocopter yourself, the numero uno. So the position 1. You
Sven.
banned out the Spectre. Yeah, Sven's the big AoE cleaver that's left for sure. And the Ember obviously already banned out as well.
We're just worried,
That OD's there too again.
maybe more worried about the Juggernaut with the push in from 10 creeps and Forge Spirit having that healing ward. You have an Earth Spirit, and Magnetize is going to be a big part of your teamfight capabilities here. If you have the healing ward that pretty much just negates that completely. Or even a Lycan here. Runs through your ranks, finds the heroes towards the back and sprints towards the gyro with his wolves and his necro units. Scary as well. I honestly think I'd be more scared of Lycan than I would of Jugger or Sven. Jugger and Sven are maybe like on the same tier as me for fear here, but
EHOME's turn to ban.
Fnatic ban out the Clinks instead.
That makes me think, what lacking the lockdown, like you have the silence of the Earth Spirit, but is it a Weaver game potentially here for EHOME? Like Lanham just
10
playing it,
seconds
it didn't go too
remaining.
well last game, but it is something they've gone through time and time again. They've comboed it up with the Invoker and the
5
Faceless Void
seconds
in the
remaining.
past. We're considering. In fact, I think it is their like go-to. Perhaps those were the days when we did see more OD bans left in the pool. Maybe that's something they'd want to look for.
Fnatic's turn
One
to
of the
pick.
few safe laners that could actually zone out that Nature's Prophet too.
I even think this is quite a good Slark game as well. I'm not sure if EHOME play the Slark too often.
Not as far as I'm aware. The other big one would, of course, be the Ursa, but you've got the Gyro.
EHOME's
Rather, you've got the
turn
Faceless
to
Void,
pick.
so it's much harder to combo up.
This is one of the other heroes that mid one plays, not too many games, but he has some insane win rate with this. Like, I think he's like 7-0 with TA, and he's 5-0 or something with Pugna, but the Bristleback comes out of EHOME. Interesting they picked that into the Nether Ward, Pugna. That's going to be your one-roll carry as well. Ah. That was like an insta-pick as well. That wasn't in reaction to Pugna, that was like set up, that's what EHOME wanted. Pretty scary as a Bristleback though, going up against the Nether Ward. You can still stack up Cool Spray through the Chrono.
I mean, is that's what you go for, though? Seem kind of odd, right? Thinking about heroes that are going to be actually synergizing the Chrono. One thing
10
Chrono and
seconds
Invoker
remaining.
offer is delaying into the fights. Same thing with the Hand of God, so the longer the fights last, obviously they are going to be favoring the Bristleback here. Wills and Warpath stacks start to add up here, but it is definitely a unique pick. It is something they've been running all too often lately, especially now with the Faceless Void. I'm certainly not over the past little while, so I'm excited to see it for sure. I'm gonna be rocking this thing, not a very common pick anywhere. Sometimes see it paired up with an IO, that's virtually it. And one bad boy that really shuts him down, the Faceless Void, will thankfully be on his own team. Not gonna have to be dealing with that time dilation as the Bristleback saw poor Lana suffering last game on that Weaver. Or wait, that was Complexity, wasn't it? No? Yeah, that was his wings. Whew, get my games mixed up here. Either way, early push from mid one. Is it gonna be enough?
Lanham had Weaver.
Yeah, but did they have the Faceless Void? Yeah, but they had the Faceless Void on their team.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the Complexity Wings game that it was Faceless Void versus.
All these games have merged together.
I know, they're all the same heroes. Still Lizard, you know, etc., etc.
Lizard's the Lizard.
So the goal, you don't have the Chen, you don't have an Enchantress or anything on Fnatic, but you have the Nature's Prophet, so your goal is mid one, do decent in the mid lane, perhaps the Invoker, and it's gotta be, get this tower, right? The other thing is they want to take control of these Ancients too. It's still a Bristle. I think you still want to keep an eye on that. You know, the Vision heroes really, besides just Treants wandering around, obviously, no Beastmaster pick coming out.
It's not just do well on this lane. Wagner, in a 1v1, pretty much crushes Invoker. And he's got Earth Spirit rolling in to help. Lion has to be down in bottom lane, at least for the initial stages, to control up Ohio's Nature's Prophet. So, Old Chicken, be so careful here. Once mid one hits like level 3, definite killing potential towards the mid, but let's have a look at these lanes so far. Fenrir going to deal with the Treants as Ohio splitting and microing really nicely there, holding the creep wave very well. The roll already forward, looking for Lanham, but not going to connect. Taking out creep wave, and that could have done a substantial amount of damage back onto him. Lion and Bristle up against the DJ, Earth Spirit, and Ohio Nature's Prophet. Dual lane against dual lane for now, while over towards the jungle. Ice is the jungling Chen. What can he make as he looks to stack up some of these camps, but Old Chicken Invoker against mid one Pugner. 2 for 1 so far in the CS, but mid one just starts to raise ahead a little bit. While up the top lane, 3-4-3 Venge, net on your gyro, and all 11 playing that Faceless Void.
He should have a good time up here, especially once he gets up into his boots, but Vengeful Spirit, not much to offer when it comes to killing the Faceless Void. Obviously the heavy burst damage of the Gyrocopter is something you can just walk off. He's starting to get that nice Portman shield. Came up with plenty of regen as well, so trades galore for him. Be a very exciting lane up there, I wouldn't expect. Bottom lane, probably a little bit more action. Nature's Prophet and Beastmaster are these two heroes that when you come to start that off lane, they're great at contesting this pole or coming over and farming over here, so in this game it's going to be your Treants going to work with that, while DJ gives him a hand on this Earth Spirit, just making sure that Fenrir doesn't get a little bit too friendly with Ohio. On him, no Stout Shield required. And maximum value gonna get ringed to that magic stick. How does he impact like a push here? Can they try something before the Pugna is even showing up? Can they actually maybe get down this tower if there's an early rotation from Ohio?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'm not too sure where this Bristleback really fits in. Wait and see exactly what Lanham has planned for it, but there was a denial of a rune down towards the bottom spot there, I think. Ice had a Wild Wing Ripper and 3-4-3. DJ, sorry, didn't get there in time, but they're still looking towards this middle lane. The level 2 on Chrissy. That Spirit, he's got the smash and the roll. One Fairy Fire available with Forge Spirits as well, but mid one has already started his work over on the tier 1. Pugner controlling things up really nicely already towards that middle lane. 11's getting a lot of experience here though. This Void, you said he's going to have a good time, and he really is showing this one off as he time walks away from a magic missile and a ton of damage from net. He also killed off the big Wild Wing there, so a massive bonus for him.
He has now run out of angles up here, so maybe things will get a little bit riskier. His boots still a ways away. Can't do too much to him though. And that should be some great levels for 11. 4.5 here, and of course net not falling behind though. As you can see, there's been some good pulls from 3 already. He's about to head up right to 3.
X down on bottom. Oh, the Earth Spike and the Clash. No, they don't. The Boulder Smash keeps Ohio alive, at least for now. He's going to wrap himself up, cutting himself to the speed. Caught him. 10 stick charges. Damage up with enough mold. Lanham and DJ. He's rolled himself aggressively into this, but he's going to pay for it with his life as well. Fnatic lose 2. As EHOME, they punish.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, there you go. You're not able to keep him safe. Good rotation here. We've been seeing this much more lately. These like very early kind of lane rotations rather than the mid. As that was the big thing when Ken first came in. It was like the initial what scared people and what kind of sent people towards like the Puck and the Queen of Pain. Was being worried about this very early rotation, and of course you do even have this ward here to spot that out, but lately this lane support, be it Dire side, Radiant side, Chen's just walking over, giving them the hand, and trying to help put this early pressure on this tower, mostly just to secure your own as they do. Oh, 11. That was close. I am not sure how low he should drop there. In fact, I'm going to take a look. Oh, just... No, 8 HP. Really? He time blocked back 395 HP.
Easy
Wow.
salve.
Yeah.
Easy instant salve. Oh, mid one, 27 and 4. Invoker is catching up a touch here, but Lion's rotating in. With the help of these Chen creeps, no, Fenrir scouted out the TP forward. Ohio, oh, not going to play aggressively into this one. Earthspike is down. Mid one dodging out away from that. He has escaped his gank while DJ and Ohio want to try and play a little bit more forward into this Lanham back. Oh, in the meantime, where's the Vengeful Spirit? 343. Himself over, maybe to smoke up. I have to do this alone though. Aiming for Old Chicken's Invoker maybe. It's a nice easy kill there for the Pugner. EHOME definitely have the laning advantage so far. Like, the sole fact that Old Chicken has not died yet is just so indicative of how well they've been controlling things up. Oh, the Sunstrike onto net. Old 11. There's a stun back as well. Earthspike's good. More TP's coming through as well as Lanham wants to try and get into this fight, but they turn it around a little bit. Net with the cooldown. Old 11 hiding in the trees. The TP was cancelled. Where's the Bristleback? A boulder smash from from DJ down the bottom lane must have cancelled that one out, and well played by him because that could have been an absolute massacre. But instead, Fnatic get the kill on the Void, and they lose nothing.
They got betrayed there, man. Ohio's doing a great job ensuring that he kept the aggro there with those treants. Of course, the Chrono under tower, one of the most terrifying things early on in the game. One of the best ways for you to actually get a kill. Very early Faceless Void. That hurts, man. You can't even punish that much of a dive with a Faceless Void and a TP in from your Lion. Once again, though, yeah, excellent play from DJ. Typical guy. Do you think this will be a Vanguard? Lanham?
I really don't know, man. Like, this Bristleback pick has kind of thrown me for a loop. I can understand the merits of it, but item build, Vanguard into SNY, going for a mech here is going to be awkward against like Pugner Ward, and the fact your Chen goes for the mech usually anyway as well.
I think if you're not like tethered 24/7 or you don't have a Crystal Maiden, it's gonna be viable. So, and yeah, of course, Ice setting that up for themselves unless they're doing something really wacky where you get like the early eggs. Some other mech carriers like your Tide Hunters or something. I would not suspect that. Vanguard, even Y potentially. Choice, I suppose.
A possibility. Wait for the Hand of Midas to come out. I feel it coming. Hand of Midas Bristleback at like 10 minutes. It's gonna happen. Look from the 3 of EHOME here as Chrono comes off cooldown in 5 seconds. So the only person they'll find would have been the Vengeful Spirit, but she TP's up towards the top. Pugner and this is Prophet. They just want to push straight into tier 1 at top lane, and this is a really great move for them. They've given DJ time to get level 6 at bottom. He's got the escape mechanism needed to get away from Bristleback, and the Wrath in. EHOME gets scouted out. They'll try and go for the tier 1 mid here, but the top tower is already destroyed. I wonder if Fnatic can even get back in time to defend this one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's not quite looking at it. DJ, you're gonna try and slow it down. Alright, play, maybe!
Cold snap, a cold snap. Oh, dearie me. He went for it. He tried it. Not going to succeed though. Into the back. 3-4-3 net with the fall down. Ice. Going to get hit by that one, but a good corner. All 11. Time to legendary as well, but the decrypt going to hold him in place. The time will spread in a couple of seconds. And all 11. He's going to be able to jump himself away. The decrypt saved him. Old Lanham comes back into the fight as well. Looking for net as well. TP through. The gyrocopter barely going to escape. The flying projectile flew out. Also going to finally a stun. An earth spike from Fenrir will catch the Nature's Prophet on the broadside and take that one out. But Fnatic, they could have come away with that with a lot more. The decrypt from Pugner catching that void. But only that allowed the Nature's Prophet just to get one more click in. They might have been able to kill him.
I don't even know. They're all over the place. I feel like I start to think one team's got an advantage and their draft makes sense. And the other team just surprises me. Other ones, okay. For another blast, this is good, right? Start rushing in.
Oh, dude.
Gyrocopter.
Have you seen the first off the range of
the ward, yeah, it's gross.
Well, that's the thing. First off, the range on Nether Ward is pretty good. Like, that's pretty good. But the range on Life Drain is ridiculous.
I just like the dumping of the Nether Ward where it's somewhere you can't even get it. Like, they don't have anything that's gonna be able to do that.
They have no vision. They've got like time walk into the trees to find it, but should be able to do that nicely. Ice still struggling to get to level 6. I guess the Dire Heroes are a similar kind of situation, in the same boat there. Level 6 nearly on your Earth Spirit, level 5 just hit by the Vengeful Spirit. Pugner with 5100 net worth. Ohio and Nets on the Nature's Prophet and Gyro, they've got a decent way to go before they start really peaking here. Bristleback with treads, and he is going into that Vanguard, it looks like, with the Ring of Health and Stout Shield. Tanky monster.
And the more I think about it, to be up in the front line with that Vanguard, trying to provide that space for old. That's something that see from our Invoker earlier today, but I find like a lot of Invokers, when they actually fail in the draft, it's because they fail to be focused, you know, Dawn, everything like that, obviously. You get your Dooms up against them or something like that, but how are you going to do that this game? You try and swap them in or something, but there should be ready. Oh, okay, or he'll just walk into you. That is one way that could possibly happen.
That's got to be one of those moments where you've like the wrong
communication or something.
No, I think it's the control group situation where he's sending his Force Spirits, like he's moving Force Spirits to top lane to try and push and attack. I don't think they're looking for a kill there, even with the Faceless Void having Chrono. Just too many, like Fnatic showed what, 4? They flashed 4 heroes top a while back. Vengeful Spirit showed, Earth Spirit showed. As EHOME thought it was going to be the Gyro and everyone else did, failed. Very risky move.
I like your assumption, because why else would like Lanham just he was just like leap?
Like it happens to the best of us. We've seen Fear do it when he was playing Visage a couple of weeks ago. We've seen, you know, numerous Chen.
Bulldog's a classic.
Bulldog with his Treants. We see Chen players do it all the time. It's just that one lapse, one moment where you lapse in Ohio. Prophet, yeah, one lapse in Judgment or one misclick, anything like that, and all of a sudden your heroes moved. You know, a matter of 200 range, 300 range is a big deal when you're an Invoker or something like that and you get caught by a stun.
Or you're any hero in competitive, you know, top tier Dota. I think just punished so heavily. Of course, this is a smoke play here. Might not even need it. Obviously, the waves are a little bit too close. That's another thing though, Fnatic definitely having some great Roshan potential to match the one that's over there on EHOME, the Classic Sword Invoker and the Chen Ice, call down.
Nice TP. Gonna succeed, and old Lanham 3-4-3 swaps forward looking for this stun. He'll land it here. Following through on this is not going to be the easiest of propositions. The Nether Ward is down, but got the kill even with these Chen creeps. They just do no damage to it. That's the Finger of Death back onto 3-4-3. Vengeful Spirit decrept up and healed by the Pugner. Mid-one keeping his Venge alive. To jump forward to put him down. Net is caught with Ohio as well. Sunstrike onto Jarkov is through, but the damage output from Fnatic is just too big. DJ smash across, an old 11 hit from the back end, but he's going to time walk in 2 seconds time, and Fnatic cannot chase a deeper anything in here. But look for the tier 2. Lanham is out of mana, and EHOME maybe out of luck. Invoker's still split pushing up a top lane, and he's building into his Yule Scepter. Fnatic have taken some dominant controlling force of this game and this map. But EHOME are struggling.
Oh, look at these TP's top 3-4-3 went to the base.
Old chicken
in
is
Ohio.
dead here. One more punch and he's gone. He's not complete his TP.
Green's coming out. If they are spotting out where this ward is, potentially.
I don't know if they're picking the ward or the Earth Spirit illusions. This is how Fnatic's draft is meant to work. They balance things out now 5-5. You do need to keep the momentum going though and keep finding these pickoffs. Definitely, once you start seeing BKBs up for your Bristleback, for your Invoker as the game does progress, it gets more and more difficult. But next Gyrocopter, he has to ramp up this physical damage as quickly as he possibly can. Might see just the Stanton Yasha up for him as the failsafe go-to build for the Gyros. But Ohio is in a similar story. Maelstrom, maybe good here. Orchid is probably going to be the big playmaking item though. Orchid against Invoker and Faceless Void. Amazing little pick-off tool that they can utilize.
Well, here they're gonna go within the smoke. That's right.
The Roach Pit.
They're thinking.
EJ gonna kick things off. For anyone here in the Radiant jungle but Fenrir. We're over to the east and this long wraparound is not going to catch the line until mid one. Into Fenrir, but guess who's here? It's Earth Spirit, ready to cancel the TP. One pick off.
The thing about Fnatic's lineup is it's currently ready to go. It could theoretically win the game right now. You know, you win 2 fights in a row right here, and you kill like 2 heroes and the racks are just done, and your percentage of winning is extremely high. And you look over to the Radiant side, it definitely has that scaling potential, but I don't really feel scared of Chronosphere until there's an Aghanim Scepter on that Invoker, frankly. Other than that, I'm really not too worried about it. And right now, Fnatic, they can come in, they can take objectives, they have that fear, and once again, old chicken pops lane. Will be enough?
Okay, trying his hardest to split push this one out, but Fnatic, like you said, they are ready to go at a moment's notice with the TPs in from Nature's Prophet and everyone else. Looking mid, and Old 11, I think he wishes Invoker was alive so he could go for this kill on mid one. 864 HP mod packs. He's level 11 on this Pugna, and he has like no health whatsoever. Finger of Death must be able to secure this kill at the very least. Oh, don't even need to use it. Hex and stun's all they need. While Nature's Prophet goes back for a hand of Midas.
Weird. Of a Pugna. Did anyone tell him? Definitely not usual. I think a lot of people, you'd be expecting that current general build, the one where you get the mechanism right now. That seems to be something that one might suspect to be fitting with their draft. Maybe if you want a little more physical damage for like right click potential, you'd be moving into the Maelstromers. Right back to the Midas. Not crazy. A lot of offlaners would get it around this time, maybe a Night Stalker or a Nyx Assassin after one kind of a smaller item. I don't know how well this one's going to be paying off here. It just means that it's not going to be like an Orchid or something to like take these fights in the next while. It's not going to be a mech to guarantee a big fight or a Roshan or something like that.
You've got your mech nearly done on DJ. It was like the toss-up between Maelstrom or Orchid for me was the... Like, it was 50-50 for me. It was like 50-50 Maelstrom for the pushing power, the actual presence in team fights, the Orchid just to silence up Invoker or Void, like those two targets. So I guess the Midas, it's kind of similar track to what my thought process was. The next Prophet has to be a heavy right clicker here with a gyro. You need right click damage coming through. What better way to secure yourself that kind of mid to late game with bigger items like your crits, your MKBs, maybe even a Hex if you want to try and get some disable on your Nature's Prophet, than a hand of Midas. In case this game does drag out, it's just security. Oh my god. Really? Ice.
Want that Satyr.
He really wanted to keep that Satyr alive. 160 seconds on cooldown now, just for this. Like, I hope you're happy, Mr. Tormentor. I hope you... Like, Ice just put his bloody career on the line there for you, healing you up.
Yeah, pretty good. I gotta say, I'm so surprised a little bit about GG getting that mech. gonna delay the Veil, which obviously we'll be discussing with this lineup, but neck more important does some of these high ground pushes. Someone has to have it at this point. Beat him this time. Roshan, it's a freebie, as expected. Not too surprising there won't be a contest here. Again, Old Chicken, he's up here. These are there big chase items at this point. There's still no blinks, so trying to play this dangerous game.
Got
Will he get punished?
a blink on Fenrir now. Second focus fine. Old 11's also waiting in the wings, ready to jump at a moment's notice to chrono up anyone that chases this invoker down. 3-4-3. Build up a little bit of a bank here for Net's Gyro. Sitting sub 7k net worth. Fair distance away from Lanham's Bristleback has farmed spectacularly well this game. I want to go back to last hits and denies. 148 compared to the Gyro's 87. Lanham is actually almost doubling up last hits here against the Gyrocopter as a Bristleback. Impressive farming. See where it takes him though.
Well, that makes me kind of wonder about like this Midas and everything too, where you're thinking, is the Bristol too scary for us to push into like total high ground at this point? Like, yeah, we can take these like open field kind of things, but when he has the option of just being sent right back to the fountain and coming back in, is that what they're like prepping for? Is that what's kind of like part of the strategy? They're just like the ultimate turtles with the big beefy spiky turtle in the base.
Spiky
Runs a scary shell at you.
The spiky turtle with the spiky turtles inside the spiky turtles. Just spiky turtles everywhere. Oh, hello, Old 11. Are you going to say goodbye? Time walk in 1, and there's the stun. DJ catches him perfectly. Great play there from the Earth Spirit. Comboing up with a Gyrocopter, but top lane tier 3 is being pushed by Forge Spirits. Try and get the tier 2 mid. The deny not forthcoming from the Dark Troll or the Satyr. EHOME winning high ground, and the TPs do go back to base. Ohio. There's only one person. TP scroll expended. He has his teleportation ability. Well, the rest of his team, Fnatic, Rune Spot. Again, he's very patiently waiting here just to show his Forge Spirits, and there we go. Alacrity over onto them. Start building into the BOTs and the Aghanim Sept though. Pax, how long do we have on Aegis? Going to be a time period where Fnatic just run at EHOME for a little bit.
Seeing if they're gonna catch Old Chicken again. You see that? Like perfectly spreading them. An immediate blink from Old Chicken though. Oh jeez. Hey, I've got his number. Once more trying to lock him down, but time on that Aegis. Can they make something of it? High ground seems a little bit too risky at this point, so the only potential would be this, but of course Old Chicken, all the time, just up, keeping that push as far as he can.
Yeah, I think they just use it to secure farm for themselves and see if they can fight at all. Top lane is being pushed out quite aggressively here by Fnatic. Having back the way that Old Chicken has been coming. Forge Spirits and the Meteor though.
Dire's bottom
Oscar is being wrapped in on here. Full Scepter, a blink. Back into the trees. Lanham walks into this nether ward and runs past it with a TP there. DJ, bolt smash in 1. Old Chicken, he's not going to be so lucky though. Lanham will TP out and say goodbye teammates. Fnatic still get the Chen and the Invoker while TPing down towards bottom lane looking for Old 11 maybe here. Oh, Satyr blast, but DJ, he's got the roll on in with a Boulder Smash and a silence. Old 11 magnetized up, silence isn't going to last long enough. He's got the time walk ready, he's going to jump himself back away a little bit further. TP, swap stun. 3-4-3 catches him. Go up the top lane. One dying to Lanham, this tanky Bristleback. He's dealing very nicely with the Gyrocopter, but the Netherboard spams back into the poor little line and kills him off while Lanham trapped in his drought. The Gyrocopter still balls back in with the rocket barrage, but Net loses the agent. Oh, hi-ho, do you have anything left to give? Another sprout available here to try and trap him low. No, it's not going to be in range. Fnatic lose out on the Aegis, but they get a 2-for-1 exchange there. Pugna dying is still a relatively big deal though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, as we kind of mentioned, it seems unlikely they probably would have gotten much out of it anyway.
Illusion.
And there is that Maelstrom trying just to, his attack speed. And you build into those items later, of course, you're supposed to. Sharing like these items here. 0.6k for Lanham. SNY, Vanguard completed. I really don't think it's a Crimson Guard game. I don't think there's anything that crazy that warrants it. I've seen a lot of completed Crimson Guards lately, but I don't know if this is the one. I think you ditch your Bassi for something better here. You already have the SNY. It's like a Radiance game?
Assault Cuirass? I still think BKB is like a huge item here for EHOME. BKB is when I cause means that there's like no damage from Fnatic.
It's gonna be grouping up here. They really want this tower, Aegis or not. Ohio bottom lane TP on the ready. He can show up when he needs to.
I thought he can. This is game number 2, and Fnatic looking to close out this series. The win over EHOME again here. Net looking towards that BKB and running down the 4 Spirits, but he's going to get jumped and chronoed, and looks like he's going to get taken out of the game. Just swap back. No, the heal is there from mid one as well, and his cooldown lands perfect in the heads of EHOME. Lanham tanking through it all, but still Fenrir drops in the back end as Ohio TP'd in to play aggressively to that, but Lanham, look at this damage output. Even with the magnetized up, he's just not dropping. Old Chicken finally dies with this big old spell from mid one. The life drain from a million miles away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I have to keep on fighting.
Oh, there's that BKB. He's done and tired of this Pugna, so. My problem with the BKB, although I can definitely understand the fact that he needs it, I just feel like he needs an item that says, like, deal with me. Because right now, they don't have to deal with him at all. He has no real chase potential. Like, yeah, maybe he gets a good maim or something, but it just feels like they don't ever have to actively engage him or something, even in the middle of a fight. Like, by the time the Skull Sprays are there and ready, they're just mobile enough to either get away, stun him, walk away, they're just gonna TP out. Really not much Lanham can do on his own, and it seems numerous times he is just getting left on his own.
Your blink on Faceless Void. Mid one. Where are you heading? Tanked up with the Aghanim Scepter. You're looking for someone. Finds of opening there though is your 2 real setup supports, the Venge and Earth Spirit are both up at top lane. A nice observer ward up on that kind of Tinker spot looking for the Invoker, but he's actually over towards the shop, and Fnatic are pinging this out. I think they know. Fnatic. Ohio was thinking of TPing in there, the blink further back, deeper in, the roll forward though. Oh DJ, you are so close, you don't even know it. In the meantime, Ohio does die towards the bottom lane. Chicken. Keep himself. So he hit him back here, unless he blinks forward. If he blinks forward here and places Forge Spirits, now he's just going to TP out. Done with this lane, Fnatic has drawn up towards top, and this is perfect for EHOME.
First time we really felt like a kind of pattern of movement actually go their way here. Much more Fnatic pushing the agenda and their aggression lately. Themselves a tower. The Aegis, of course, very early spawn. Those Forge Spirits that you just mentioned, if only they were heading in there. Maybe a Chen Creep, little skeleton on the way by.
Come on, Mr. Skeletal.
Roshan.
Come on, Mr. Skeletal.
They'll check. Question is, what's the contest? They still have the Chronosphere, massive.
Dude. Oh look, they're standing in front of the big man. Where's the Necronomicon? There's Bruce Campbell. Good little skeletons.
Not too keen on it yet, though, I suppose.
They have the derpiest faces ever as well. Like, they're the most adorable skeletons you'll ever see. Oh, and then they fall dead. Oh, they're gone. Rip. Don't forget you. Skeletons. Fnatic, they've taken their foot off the gas a little bit here, and things have definitely stalled out. They had that Aegis, and it was kind of key that they sat back and farmed the BKB for your gyro, and maybe they're doing the same thing for mid one here, realizing how important these Black King bars are up against the Lion and the Invoker. They're still dealing with old Lanham with his bristleback now. And by dealing with him, I mean, you don't deal with it. You just let him run rampant through a team fight, because you don't have anything to actually control him up.
Yeah, and you look at, like, there is definitely the minus armor from 343, but this kind of feels like the situation complexity wound up in against the lone druid as well as that doom, where you just don't really have that damage to bring down this beefy guy through that, like, constant right click. And yeah, Net's there, once again it's gonna be that gyrocopter, but frankly, he doesn't hit that hard once he had to come into that earlier BKB, the SNY, the drums. It's good, but quite good enough without that mega minus armor, without that some sort of a big amplifier like your Wind Ranger or something like that, and your Silver Edges not likely to be coming out here. Maybe from your Nature's Prophet perhaps later on, actually. Wouldn't be the worst build.
Fnatic, they are primed and ready, looking for this aggressive play into the Raging Jungle, but EHOME may be in a better position. Old 11 is in a absolutely amazing spot, but he removes himself from the trees and extracts away. There's stuff going on over there. Smoke now, so they move themselves again. Got one for the Venge, but it's back in the stash. They've got nothing on them right now to go and make a move. Has to be the naked walk through. They're all ready for it.
Middle tower is under attack.
Shan's alive, and I think both. Look in the Roche pit. Now everyone's all friendly. Treant and Centaur standing together. The harmony between Fnatic and EHOME. Centaur's like, I'm out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
The question is, who's getting most out of this right now? If I had to say, I think it would actually be EHOME, simply just because you have an Invoker free farming, doing whatever he wants from lane to lane versus a Nature's Prophet, and in the end, get it over to Invoker. Maybe not for the next like 5 minutes or so, simply because he's still the 10-second BKB up on top of your Nature's Prophet, as well as the 10-second up still on net. So the initial impact in the Invoker still won't be felt, I don't think, for a little while. One good chrono, of course, without a BKB, and you're going to know the immediate impact of this. He slowly works towards that Aghanim Scepter, and we talked about how he's not that scary, and the chrono's not that scary until he has it. Well, it's coming up here soon.
Gold left. 3,000 gold. Alright, Fenrir just walking around with his gem and the blink for now. Game has stalled out quite significantly over the past 5-6 minutes or so, and the lead that Fnatic had, 4,000, you know, is not a massive amount, but EHOME bringing things back towards their own side of that nice little chart there. It is time for Fnatic to go forth, search for enemies, hear the lamentation of their women as Lanham. Oh, that smoke breaks, and he blinks himself away. I don't know if that was just game sense or if he saw them. Oh, the Radiant Observer Ward. Yeah, you're right. A glimpse of them as that smoke did break, and Dagger on Bristleback. That mobility item already paying off. Die. Just a waste of movement from Fnatic as they're in the Radiant Jungle. Top lane is being shoved by Old Chicken. Roshan's yet to be taken.
That is a pretty good version of it to, you know, deal with the item, right? Because he can jump onto these more important heroes and like maybe force out, even if it just stuns and rolls, interrupting the placements and the moves from DJ, because obviously you gotta be kind of fluid here with that Earth Spirit. And they're just gonna immediately leave the pit. They don't have any aggressive vision, so it's just, you know, being worried about where they're coming in. They're gonna try, dust. I don't think they have any more smokes, right? They're getting bullied right now, Fnatic. Like, they reached this point on the Bristleback where they can't, so they don't have to really deal with him in fights that much, but they also can't just wander around the map, because if Lanham shows up, they can't just be there. Kind of like, oh, if we start trying to kill him, then he's going to get Hand of God, or we're going to get turned around by a Chronosphere out of nowhere, because there's a big initiation range now from the Faceless Void. And so they're essentially just in non-stop fear. And if they don't actually have vision on any of the action heroes, all they ever see is Old Chicken. That's it. Everyone else has been hiding this whole time. And so he's just going to box into whatever happens, and they're never quite sure as to what Old Levin's up to. And for good reason, because he is ready to initiate here if they can find something good. They want more than one.
What just happened there? Lanham poked his head into the pit. Did he not see Net?
No. What? Did they?
Did he not see
what?
Because this little area here,
the little thing.
he walked in here and Net was standing there, and then Lanham walked back out. And there's that like there's that dark area. The Sunstrike's gonna go. Oh my god, the Roshan Lanham jumps in. Gyro takes the agency, jumps the Chrono from Old 11, holding onto it, waiting for his time. But Old 11 coming so low. He needs a time off, but he's just not gonna be able to do it. With the meatball falling over towards the east, Ice has taken towards the west, and Old Chicken on the retreat out. Ghost walks himself back to safety, and in the meantime, Lanham, he can't stop a TPing DJ. Spirit gets himself away. What did we just witness?
Yeah, I have actually no idea. I don't know if they were thinking they were going to contest a little bit later. Just solo gyro. They must not have seen him. Gotta be the only explanation.
Bermuda Roche Pit or something. Dear lord. Well, that gives Aegis to net. Mid one now up to 2,000 gold after his BKB and 10 creeps. Clear up these? Doesn't look like they can. Oh, mid one. Giving across a nice little bit of burst suckage there back to net. I'm up with HP. Haste himself back to base and regen up as well. 4-3 pops the dust because he has a gem and an observer ward coming in. He did that item slot. That was EHOME cocking up something special.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to judge what the hell happened there, but in the end, what it means is that Net has an Aegis. They're knocking at the door here, and one of those items that they've amassed thanks to that Midas anyway. Are they really gonna get this early? Oh, that's huge.
Net is being healed up here, but Lana, I don't know if they're going to save this one with a roll into the back end. DJ, he's got a good magnetize down, and Old 11 has got the damage up, but it's going decently, but Bristleback just will not die more packs. The BKB makes him pretty much invulnerable with the Sunstrike not going to land perfectly there. The Earth Spike good from Lion, but Net is just so strong. And then you look at this Positive Ward. Ice, Ice, Ice. Did he really just die to Nether Ward?
Radiant's middle
Yep.
tower is under attack.
What a tragic
Radiant structures
damage or
are
something.
fortified.
state of affairs. Fnatic, they're knocking on your tier 3. No BKB here, still holding up the Chronosphere though, and Invoker, Sunstrike, Meteor, ready to launch as well. They've got it. Oh, good silence back into taking Old 11, he's being drained out, there's no void, he said no buyback! Sunstrike with the combo onto net, but this is a great play from Fnatic. DJ on the money, with the lockdown and control onto that face of void, while Old Chicken nearly dies to the mana drain and life drain of mid one. And he does get the line, and he does get Lanham, and this Bristleback might have to buy back. Tier 3s and racks dropping at a drastic rate, and Fnatic move on to bottom racks as well.
Radiant's bottom
This could be a 2-0 sweep here. Lanham buys back into the game, and Ice will return as well. They've got a BKB in 10 seconds, time for Bristleback and jumps himself a little bit further back. But mid one, he's draining out Old Chicken. He's gonna solo kill him with a freaking life drain. Turns back to old Lanham as well, but Ice. He's gonna try and stand his ground. Sending back Lanham to the fountain, gets him to safety. But Net, not gonna die. Chen will drop, and mid one Pugna is just absolutely destroying everybody. The Sunstrike, well attempted there from the Invoker, but they just keep on fighting. Fnatic can't done just yet. Tier 3 down. Rax looking soon to follow. And the Malaysians with one Filipino. Our figure of death goes by the tornado. Net. He's going to be lucky he does that one. Old Chicken still in the first. He can even right click down into Oblivion. Oh, Net is down, but Fnatic, they come out the victors in this team fight with another bolt smash roll forward as well. Where's the king? DJ doesn't have it quite yet. The other is finally going to drop. Oh, he rolls himself back into the arms of Old 11 and Old Lanham as Ohio. Yeah, you're not going to old TP yourself out of this one. Dropped inside the Chrono. Even with your BKB, you're not safe. EHOME, they save their second lane of racks, but it cost them a fair amount. A pretty penny was spent to buy back Bristle, Invoker. Faceless Void still cooling down on his.
It's not too difficult to see that Fnatic are clearly lead over in the lead on that network chat, and then of course excellent fight. Man, DJ, honestly, you gotta say there were definitely questions about this guy, you know, coming in. This whole land scenario here. I know he, well, Fnatic, this is their first land with this squad, is that right?
Yeah.
I think? Yeah, it would be, right? Because the old one was, yeah. Yep.
I mean, you're counting. I mean, it would have been their first LAN even with Mushy, right?
Oh yeah, it would have been because they didn't make it to one with like the black lineup, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. Wow. Okay, it's been a while.
It's been a while since they've been to LAN, and Chrissy. Chrissy was on Rave when they went to PAC. He has been.
Yeah, that would have been his last one.
But that was a long time ago.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing. Like everyone's questioning Rave too. Like it's the same idea as to like, times change and blah blah blah. But either way, all I'm getting at is that was an insane silence because that Chronosphere was perfect. Like that was the blink hit from 11. He was looking for it. I don't know what vision DJ had to snipe that one out, but he pulled that trigger at the exact right moment, just canceling that out, making sure they were going to win that team fight, completely scaring it. Could have been a total disaster. I mean, you saw what happened when they all showed back up and Fnatic kind of hung around too long. And not even have been a chance had that Chrono gotten off, and now you're going to have this butterfly up onto net, all this cash blowing out here from these barracks. Everyone's just rolling down with a big green crown here. King of this game. 10-2-6, BKB, that was hilarious, by the way, just like, shows up in there. EKB, life draining, he's got Shiva's guard.
Well, no cooldown on life drain is ridiculous, honestly. Let's be real here. Mid one is just draining everyone, and with the Netherboard placed next, he's tanking, he's got the Glimmer Cape on him as well, but it doesn't save him from the physical damage of Lana. Still puts fall down with the BKB, Eyesight dice, destroyed. As Net tries to face up against the Bristle, but a good small back and Doomsby will save up that guy with a Chrono down on 2 though. Mid one, standing his ground, all left gone. There goes the face of Void, and Mid one is still tanking himself through with a decrep back on the Bristle back. They'll look for the Invoker on the back end as well. Iceball's dropped, so DJ can't chase, but he's still got the roll. He's got the combo. And Fnatic, they've killed off 4. Looking for the 5th one now, it's the Bristle back, but he's back in Fountain, and EHOME. Oh dearie me, lose their second lane of racks, and maybe even this game. Then of course the series of Lanham, half his HP gone, drained out by mid one's Pogner. And Fnatic look for tier 3 and racks up at top lane. They want to be disciplined, secure the win. Make sure you get tier 3 racks, mega creeps. Control of EHOME as much as he possibly can. Swap back, Lanham. Where's the decrap? Where's the drain? There it is, and Lanham's gone. The Lion and Chen are just respawning, and GG is called Fnatic. They defeat EHOME 2-0 here in this best of 3.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Hey, I guess maybe it's unexpected. I'm not sure. I didn't actually check what it was. It looks like, yeah, apparently unexpected, but the way they've been playing, you just have to give them credit. Well, maybe doubting because it's the region or something, but everyone's going on about SEA, and so many SEA strategies were taken into the Shanghai Major. We've been seeing it all over the world lately in terms of like our PL mids and Juggernaut mids and just in this early aggression as well. Like that stuff's all back in the game, and